It's Story of the Day time, and we're back to read Marvellous Medicine number 4 from Roald Dahl's George's Rather Marvellous Medicine. Back in the kitchen once again, George, with Mr. Cranky, watching him anxiously, tipped half a pint of engine oil and some antifreeze into the giant saucepan. "Boil it up again," cried Mr. Cranky. "Boil it up and stir it." George boiled it and stirred it. "You'll never get this right," said Mrs. Cranky. "Don't forget, you don't just have to have the same things, but you've got to have exactly the same amounts of those things. And how can you possibly do that?" "You keep out of this," Mr. Cranky cried. "We're doing fine. We've got it this time. You see if we haven't." This was George's Marvellous Medicine number 4, and when it had boiled for a couple of minutes, George once again carried a cupful out of it into the yard. Mr. Cranky ran after him. Mrs. Cranky followed more slowly. "You're going to have some mighty odd chickens around here if you go on like this," she said. "Dish it out, George," cried Mr. Cranky. "Give him a spoonful of that one over there." He pointed to a brown hen. George knelt down and held out a spoon with the new medicine on it. "Chick, chick," he said. "Try some of this." The brown hen walked over and looked at the spoon, and then it went peck. "Ow!" it said. Then a funny whistling noise came out of its beak. "Watch it grow," shouted Mr. Cranky. "Don't be sure about that," said Mrs. Cranky. "Why is it whistling like that?" "Keep quiet, woman," cried Mr. Cranky. "Give it a chance." They stood there staring at the brown hen. "It's getting smaller," George said. "Look at it, Dad, it's shrinking." And indeed it was. In less than a minute the hen had shrunk so much it was no bigger than a newly hatched chick. It looked ridiculous. And tomorrow we'll read the final chapter. Goodbye, Grandma.